Be conscious of your values. If you're not conscious of your values, you are going to manifest all the wrong things in life. So, for the longest time, for years of my life, I thought if I worked hard and did the normal thing, that eventually my passions on the side would manifest. They would lead to something lucrative. But the problem with that mindset is if you are spending the majority of your time acting and thinking like someone who's working a minimum wage job or even a decent paying job that's more of a career type job, that's who you're going to stay. That's who you're going to become. And there is no good way to jump ship. Eventually, you're going to get miserable working, spending all your free time working on your passions after you're done with your job. You're going to get miserable. And you're either going to give up or you're going to get burnt out and lose that job. And then if you don't have money saved up, you're going to be looking for another one. So I am finally making progress on the novel. I've wanted to make progress for a long time. I started building out the world for this novel several years ago. And it's not till I saved up a nest egg, working a decent paying job, and quit that job that I have actually been making progress on it. The kind of progress that's actually going to get it finished. This is the risk you actually have to take. And it's not pretty. It's not a pretty risk. Most people aren't going to take this risk because it's like if you have a family, that's not a risk you can really take. But there is no other way. If you want to be a writer, you have to write most of the day. If you want to be some sort of online influencer, or if you want to be just something completely different than your job, that's what you have to do for most of the day. You have to embody that person. And you can't do it working a 9 to 5 that has nothing to do with that thing. So a better option would have been for me to become like an editor or something right out of college, but I didn't do that. And so now I'm taking this risk. So if you're watching this and you're younger, I would say one of the best things that you can do is when you are getting out of college, or if you're not going to college, just get an apprenticeship or a job when the stakes are lower for you. And you don't have a family yet, maybe get an apprenticeship or a job that's in the field that you want to go into. So if you want to be a writer like me, get a job or an apprenticeship as like an editor's assistant or something like that. Or if you want to be a film director, get a production assistant job straight out of film school, right? This is this kind of stuff you have to be thinking of, because if, say, you want to be a filmmaker and the first thing you do is get a job at Walmart, which is actually what I did. I wanted to be a screenwriter and I got a job at Walmart, where you're going to be working there for however long, spending most of your time doing that, and it's going to be a lot harder to transition. It's going to be a lot harder to jump ship. And people in this world look towards your already existing experience. And the longer you go doing stuff that's outside the field you actually want to do, the tougher it's going to be. So understand what you actually want to do. And don't get distracted. It's so easy to get distracted when you're younger. Don't get distracted. And understand your values as well. So, say you do want to be a filmmaker, but you like your rest. You like having a decent schedule. Okay, that's not going to happen as a filmmaker. As a production assistant, you're going to be on set 12 to 16 hours a day sometimes, grinding your ass off 5 days a week, working your way up, and you're going to do that for years until you get into a position where you are a director. And then on the side, you're still going to have to make a director's reel, so you're still going to have to shoot your own stuff outside the productions you're getting paid for and making industry connections in. You will never have a normal schedule. So you gotta figure out, is that normal schedule more important than my dream of becoming a filmmaker? And if it is, if you prioritize your sleep and health and well-being over that, then you shouldn't become a filmmaker, no matter how much you like making films. Unless you like making films more than you care about having a normal work or sleep schedule. And so you have to understand your values and what you really want from the get-go, or else you're taking risks like me at 35, and it's a lot more difficult. So I thought I'd make this video because, who knows, maybe some young guy, college age, will watch it, or maybe some older guy who's already been through this and understands will watch it. But cheers.